Whatever you do for others, you do for me. The Master lives within everyone. When you give food to one who is starving, when you give water to one who is thirsty, when you cover the one who is cold, you give your love to the Master. Welcome back to the podcast. Today we're talking about the mastery of love. As always, I have put all the information to the book down below. The book is written in a Christian perspective. My goal isn't to persuade anyone religiously. Everyone is free to follow what brings them peace. Please interpret the ideas whatever way it aligns with your own beliefs. This book also discusses abuse and addiction, so please be cautious and feel free to skip this episode if needed. These are lessons from the book that personally resonated with me. As always, take what serves you and feel free to leave the rest. I will also have my notes in front of me so I don't go too far off track. And let's get started. To become masters of love, we practice love. Can you imagine yourself with a healthy skin in a world where everyone has a skin disease? What the visitor will discover is that human mind is sick with a disease called fear. The real us is pure love. We are life. The fear of not being good enough for someone else is what makes us try to change, what makes us create an image. Then we try to project that image according to what they want us to be, just to be accepted, just to have the reward. Welcome to hell, the hell that humans create. In our mind, we create that part of us that is always judging. The judge is judging everything we do, everything we don't do, everything we feel, everything we don't feel. We are judging ourselves all of the time. We are judging everyone else all the time, and based on what we believe and based on the sense of justice and injustice. The human mind is sick because it is a parasite that steals its vital energy and robs it of joy. The parasite is all those beliefs that make you suffer. Those beliefs are so strong that years later, when you learn new concepts and try to make your own decisions, you find those beliefs still control your life. An inner voice tells you that your happiness is too good to be true. It isn't right to be too happy. All the guilt, all the blame, all the emotional poison in your body keeps pulling you back into the world of drama. This domestication leads us into the dream of hell, where we live in fear. The food for the parasite is the emotions that come from fear. We have seen how we create that image of perfection to please other people, even though they create their own dream that has nothing to do with us. The truth is that from their point of view, we are never going to be perfect. That image of perfection tells us how we should be in order to acknowledge that we are good, in order to accept ourselves. But guess what? This is the biggest lie we could believe about ourselves, because we are never going to be perfect, and there is no way that we can forgive ourselves for not being perfect. That image of perfection changes the way we dream. We learn to deny ourselves, reject ourselves. We are never good enough or right or clean enough or healthy enough according to all those beliefs we have. There is always something the judge can never accept or forgive. That is why we reject our own humanity. That is why we never deserve to be happy. That is why we are searching for someone who abuses us, someone who punishes us. We have a very high level of self-abuse because of that image of perfection. Hell has many different levels. If you're in an abusive relationship, it is because you accept that abuse, because you believe you deserve it. You have a limit to the amount of abuse you will accept. But no one in the world abuses you more than you abuse yourself. The limit of your self-abuse is the limit you will tolerate from other people. If someone abuses you more than you abuse yourself, you walk away, you run, you escape. But if someone abuses you a little less than you abuse yourself, perhaps you stay longer. Love is like a drug. It makes you very high, but it becomes a strong need. You can become highly addicted to love. But what happens when you don't receive your daily doses of love? Just like a drug, you need your everyday doses. The one who has the biggest need is the drug addict. The one who has little need is like the provider, is the one who controls the whole relationship. You can see this dynamic so clearly because usually in every relationship, there is one who loves the most and the other who doesn't love, who only takes advantage of the one who gives his or her heart. You can see the way they manipulate each other, their actions and reactions, and they are just like the provider and the drug addict. The drug addict, the one with the biggest need, lives in constant fear that perhaps he will not be able to get the next dosage of love or the drug. The drug addict thinks, what am I going to do if she leaves? That fear makes the drug addict very possessive. That's mine. The addict becomes jealous and demanding because the fear of not having the next dosage. The provider can control and manipulate the one who needs the drug by giving it more doses, fewer doses, or no doses at all. The one who has the biggest need completely surrenders and will do whatever he can to avoid being abandoned. His mistake was to put his happiness in her hands. Happiness never comes from outside of us. But as soon as he made her responsible for his happiness, she broke it. If you take your happiness and put it in someone else's hands, sooner or later she is going to break it. If you give your happiness to someone else, she could always take it away. We can never make anyone responsible for our own happiness. That is the mistake most of us make right from the beginning. We base our happiness on our partner, and it doesn't work that way. That is why we need to accept differences that exist between two dreamers. We need to respect each other's dreams. Love has no obligations. Love has no expectations. We expect something, and if it doesn't happen, we feel hurt. It isn't fair. We blame others for not fulfilling our expectations. When we love, we don't have expectations. When we don't expect something to happen, if nothing happens, it's not important. We don't feel hurt because whatever happens is okay. Love is based on respect. Love is ruthless. I love you. I know you can make it. I know you are strong enough, intelligent enough, good enough that you can make your own choices. I don't have to make your choices for you. You can make it. If you fall, I can give you my hand. I can help you stand up. I can say, you can do it, go ahead. Compassion comes from respect and from love. Love is completely responsible. Love is always kind. Anger is nothing but fear with a mask. Sadness is fear with a mask. Jealousy is fear with a mask. Everything is going well for you, and that is why that smile is always on your face. You are feeling good about yourself, and because you are happy, you are kind. Love is always kind, and that kindness makes you generous and opens all the doors. Love is generous. Love is unconditional. In the track of fear, I love you if you let me control you, if you are good to me, if you fit into the image I make for you. I create an image of the way you should be, and because you are not, and never will be the image, I judge you because of that, and find you guilty. Many times I even feel ashamed of you, because you are not what I want you to be. If you don't fit that image I create, you embarrass me, you annoy me. I have no patience with you at all. I love you for no reason, with no justification. I love you the way you are, and you are free to be the way you are. If I don't like the way you are, then I'd be better with someone else, who is the way I like her to be. We don't have the right to change anyone else, and no one else has the right to change us. If we are going to change, it is because we want to change, because we don't want to suffer any longer. In the track of love, there is justice. If you make a mistake, you pay only once for that mistake, and if you truly love yourself, you learn from that mistake. You make yourself pay 1,000 times for the same mistake. You make your partner or friend pay 1,000 times for the same mistake. This creates a sense of injustice and opens many emotional wounds. Of two halves, you are only responsible for your half. We try to be responsible for the other half, and that is why relationship and hell are based on fear, drama, and war of control. It is because we have no respect. If I take control of our whole relationship, what is your part? It doesn't work. With the other half, we can share, we can enjoy, we can create the most powerful, wonderful dream together. In the track of love, you're giving more than taking. And of course, you love yourself so much that you don't allow selfish people to take advantage of you. You are not going for revenge, but you are clear in communication. You can say, I don't like it when you try to take advantage of me, when you disrespect me, when you are unkind to me. I don't need someone to abuse me verbally, emotionally, physically. I will not react to your garbage at all. This is not selfishness. This is self-love. Selfishness, control, and fear will break almost any relationship. Generosity, freedom, and love will create the most beautiful relationships, an ongoing romance. To master a relationship is all about you. Once you know this, you can be responsible for your half of the relationship, which is you. If you know that you are only responsible for your half of the relationship, you can easily control your half. It is not up to us to control the other half. We know that our partner, or son, or friend, or mother is completely responsible for his or her own half. If we respect the other half, there is always going to be peace in that relationship. There is no war. If you catch yourself in the track of fear, just by having that awareness, you can shift your attention into the track of love. Finally, if you are aware that no one else can make you happy, and that happiness is the result of love coming out of you, love and action can only produce happiness. Fear and action can only produce suffering. The only way to master love is to practice love. You don't need to justify your love. You don't need to explain your love. You just need to practice your love. Practice creates the master. You cannot change other people. You love them the way you are, or you don't. Let's use a dog as an example. The animal knows how to have a perfect relationship with you. A dog doesn't care what you do, it just loves. It doesn't have any expectation. Isn't that wonderful? The one who loves you just the way you are. Because if someone wants to change you, it means you are not what the person wants. The dog loves you unconditionally. This is important. Then if your partner loves you just the way you are, it is just like the dog loves you. You can be yourself with your partner. You know the kind of man or woman that you want? The one who loves you just the way you are. Why set yourself up for something else? Why not get what you want? Why pretend to make someone fit what she's not? If you know what you want, you will find it. If you choose to keep going, you can still have a new beginning by accepting and loving your partner just as she is. If you cannot love your partner the way she is, someone else can love her just as she is. You have to aim for a new beginning by cutting your ties with the past and starting all over again. All of us can change, and it can be for the better. This is a new beginning for you to forgive whatever happened between you and your partner. Let it go, because it was nothing but personal importance. It was nothing but misunderstanding. It was nothing but someone being hurt and trying to get even. It's not worth whatever happened in the past to spoil the possibility you can reach heaven in a relationship. Have the courage to go for it, 100%, or let it go. Let go of the past and begin every day as a higher level of love, which will keep the fire alive and make your love grow even more. Let's say that you are a man and you are happy, and for whatever reason your partner cannot be happy. She has personal problems, she is dealing with her garbage, and she is unhappy. Because you love her, you will support her, but supporting her does not mean you are going to be unhappy because she's unhappy. This is not support at all. If she's unhappy and you get unhappy, both of you sink. If you are happy, your happiness can bring her happiness back. Heal your half, and you're going to be happy. If you can heal that part of you, then you're going to be ready for a relationship without fear, without need. That day will be wonderful, when you can be completely open, only to share, only to serve, only to give your love. It's no longer a war of control, it's about service. But you can only do that when the love you have for yourself is very strong. You have an abundance of love in your heart. You have love not just for yourself, but for the whole world. You love yourself so much that you don't need anyone else's love. You share your love without condition. You don't love if, and someone knocks on your door and says, "Hey, I have some love for you here. You can have my love." If you just do whatever I want you to do. When you are full of love, what is your reaction going to be? You will laugh and say, "Thank you. I don't need your love. I have the same love here in my heart, even bigger and better, and I share my love without condition." But what's going to happen if you are starving for love? If you don't have that love in your heart, and someone comes and says, "You want a little love? You can have my love if you just do what I want you to do." If you're starving for love, you taste that love. You're going to do whatever you can for that love. We have to pretend to be what we are not. We try to be accepted by our partner when we don't accept ourselves. But the problem is not that our partner rejects us. The problem is that we reject ourselves because we are not good enough, because that is what we believe. Self-rejection is the main problem. You are not going to be good enough for yourself when the idea of perfection is completely wrong. It's a false concept. It's not even real, but you believe it. The big judge is always there, reminding you that you are not perfect. As I said before, you cannot forgive yourself for not being what you wish to be, and that's the real problem. If you can change that, you can take care of your half of the relationship. The other half is not your problem. If you tell someone you love him, and that person says, "Well, I don't love you," is that a reason for you to suffer? Just because someone rejects you does not mean you have to reject yourself. If one person doesn't love you, someone else will love you. There is always someone else. And it's better to be with someone who wants to be with you than to be with someone who has to be with you. You have to focus on the most wonderful relationship you have, the relationship with yourself. It's not about being selfish, it's about self-love. If you're going to be a partner to have drama, because you want to be jealous, because you want to be possessive, because you want to control your partner's life, you are not looking for fun. You are looking for pain. And that is what you are going to find. If you go into a relationship with selfishness, expecting that your partner is going to make you happy, it will not happen. How can someone tell you, "I love you," and then mistreat you, and abuse you, and humiliate you, and disrespect you? That person may claim to love you, but is it really love? If we love, we want the best for those we love. Open your heart, and your heart is all the love you need. Your heart can create any amount of love, not just yourself, but for the whole world. You can give your love with no conditions. You can be generous with your love. What makes you happy is the love coming out of you. And if you are generous with your love, everyone is going to love you. You are never going to be alone if you are generous. If you are selfish, you are always going to be alone. And there is no one to blame but you. Your generosity will open all the doors, not your selfishness. Selfishness comes from poverty in the heart, from the belief that love is not abundant. We become selfish when maybe we believe tomorrow we won't have any love. But when we know our heart is full of love, we are always generous, and our love is completely unconditional. You can control your own reactions. It's your reactions that make you so unhappy, or make you so happy. Your reactions are like the key to having a wonderful life. If you can learn to control your own reactions, then you can change your routine, and you can change your life. You have to work with yourself every moment. It takes a lot of time and courage, because it's easier to take things personally and react the way you always react. And that leads you to a lot of mistakes, to a lot of suffering and pain, because your reactions only generate more emotional poison and increase the drama. I used to have a screensaver on my phone, and I remember when I would usually react or follow patterns, even though they made me miserable, I would still follow these patterns. I would always look at my screensaver and remind myself I can change the pattern now. The truth is that this person is dealing with their own emotional poison, and he said that to you because you were the first person to cross his path. There is nothing personal there. If you can see that truth the way it is, you don't react. We have a little ego that takes everything personally, that makes us overreact. We don't see what is really happening because we react right away. Your reaction comes from a belief that is deep inside of you. The way you react has been repeated thousands of times, and it becomes a routine for you. And that is the challenge, to change your normal reactions, to change your routine, to take a risk and make different choices. There are people who say, "I want to change. I really want to change." There is no reason for me to be so poor. I am intelligent. I deserve to live a good life, to earn much more money than I earn. What do people do? They go and turn the television on and spend hours and hours watching it. Then how strong is their will? Becoming aware is about being responsible for your own life. You are not responsible for what is happening in the world. You are responsible for yourself. You didn't make the world the way it is. The world was already the way it is before you were born. You didn't come here with a great mission to save the world or to change society, but surely you come with a big mission, an important mission. The real mission you have in life is to make yourself happy. And in order to be happy, you have to look at what you believe, the way you judge yourself, the way you victimize yourself. Everyone has a price, and life respects that price. But that price is not measured in dollars or in gold, it is measured in love. More than that, it is measured in self-love. How much you love yourself, that is your price. And life respects the price. When you love yourself, your price is very high, which means your tolerance for self-abuse is very low. It's very low because you respect yourself. You like yourself the way you are, and that makes your price higher. We are hunting for love, we are hunting for justice and happiness, we are hunting for God, but God is inside of us. Humans who hunt each other for love will never be satisfied. The parasite loves fear and drama. It loves anger, jealousy, and envy. It loves an emotion that makes you suffer. The parasite wants to get even, and even wants to be in control. Your self-abuse, as the parasite, is hunting you 24 hours a day. It is always after you. So we become the prey of the parasite, a very easy prey. Christ, Buddha, or Moses breaks the chain of suffering and gives you your freedom. To hunt inside yourself, you start by hunting every reaction you have. You're going to change one routine at a time. It is a war for freedom from the dream that controls your life. Say to your body, I am sorry. Now I will take care of you again. The relationship between you and your body can become the most beautiful relationship. The other half is your mind. Your body takes care of its half of the relationship, but the mind is the one that abuses the body, that mistreats the body. Your body is willing to receive all the love from the mind, but the mind says, no, I don't like this part of my body. Look at my nose. I don't like my nose, my ears, they're too large. My body is too fat, my legs are too short. The mind can imagine all kinds of things about the body. Your body is perfect the way it is. But we have all those concepts about right and wrong, good and bad, beautiful and ugly. These are just concepts, but we believe them, and that's the problem. With the image of perfection we have in our mind, we expect our body to look a certain way, to act a certain way. We reject our own body when the body is completely loyal to us. Even when our body can't do something because of its limitations, we push our body, and our body at least tries. If you accept your own body, you can accept almost everyone, almost everything. This is very important. The relationship you have with yourself is reflected in your relationships with others. To create a relationship that takes you all the way to heaven, you have to accept your body completely. You have to love your body and allow your body to be free just to be free to give, free to receive, without being shy, because shy is nothing but fear. What is important is not all those opinions from others, but your own opinions. You are beautiful no matter what your mind tells you. That is a fact. You don't have to do anything because you already have all the beauty you need. To be beautiful, you don't have any obligation to anyone. Others are free to see whatever they want to see. If others see you and judge you, beautiful or not, if you are aware of your own beauty and accept your own beauty, their opinion doesn't affect you at all. Aging is something beautiful, just as growing up is beautiful. We grow from a child to a teenager to a young woman or a young man. It is beautiful. To become an old woman or an old man is also beautiful. You have the right to feel beautiful and enjoy it. You can honor your body and accept it as it is. You don't need anyone to love you. Love comes from the inside. It lives inside of us and is always there. Treat your body with honor, with gratitude, with respect. This is self-love. This is not personal importance because you treat others with the same love, the same honor, the same respect, and the same gratitude you use with yourself. When you make it your goal to create the perfect relationship between you and your body, you are learning to have a perfect relationship with anyone you are with. You are never lonely anymore because you are fulfilled with your own love. You will see God everywhere. God is everywhere. Life is everywhere. Everything is made by love, by life. No longer self-sabotage your love. It's up to you. It's not up to anyone else. It is no longer true that you must suffer this experience. That is a choice. The first rule is don't believe me. You don't have to believe me. Believe what you want to believe according to what I say, but only if it makes sense for you. If it makes you happy, then make the choice to believe it. Rule number 2 is more difficult. Don't believe yourself. Don't believe all the lies you tell yourself, all those lies that you never chose to believe, but were programmed to believe. Don't believe yourself when you say you are not good enough, you are not strong enough, you're not intelligent enough. Don't believe your own boundaries or limitations. Don't believe you are not worthy of happiness or love. Don't believe that you are not beautiful. Don't believe whatever makes you suffer. Don't believe it, because it's not true. Open your ears, open your heart, and listen. When you hear your heart guiding you to your happiness, then make a choice and stick to it. Rule number 3, is don't believe anyone else. Don't believe others because they will use you to manipulate your mind. Rule number 3 is difficult because we have the need to believe other people. Don't believe them. Now that we are grown, we have the power to make a choice. You can choose how you want to live your life, and if you are honest with yourself, you will know. You are always free to make new choices. Once we open the wound, we are going to clean the wounds of all the poison. How are we going to do this? The same master gave us the solution 2,000 years ago. Forgiveness. There is no other way but forgiveness, to clean the wounds of all the poison. You must forgive those who hurt you, even if whatever they did to you is unforgivable in your mind. You will forgive them not because they deserve to be forgiven, but because you don't want to suffer or hurt yourself every time you remember what they did to you. It doesn't matter what others did. You are going to forgive them because you don't want to feel sick all the time. Forgiveness is your own mental healing. You will forgive because you feel compassion for yourself. Forgiveness is an act of self-love. You will hear the name of the person and have no emotional reaction. You can touch the wound and it doesn't hurt. Then you will know you have truly forgiven. Of course, a scar is going to be there, just as it is on your skin. You will have a memory of what happened, or how you used to be. But once the wound has healed, it will no longer hurt you. Take your pride and put it in the trash. You don't need it. Just let it go of your personal importance and ask for forgiveness. Forgive others, and you will see miracles start to happen in your life. Ask for forgiveness in your prayers. The words and actions that hurt you are merely a reaction to the demons in that person's own mind. Nothing anyone does to you is because of you. Once you have this awareness, you do not take it personally. Compassion and understanding will lead you to forgiveness. Start working on forgiveness. Start practicing forgiveness. It will be difficult at first, but then it just becomes a habit. The only way to recover forgiveness is to practice again. You practice and practice until the day you see if you can forgive yourself. When you forgive yourself, self-acceptance begins and self-love grows. Create an act of power and forgive yourself for everything you have done in your whole life. Love is the medicine that accelerates the process of healing. There is no other medicine but unconditional love. Not I love you if, or I love myself if. There is no if. There is no justification. There is no explanation. There is just love. Love yourself, love your neighbor, and love your enemy. But we cannot love others until we love ourselves. And that is why we must begin with self-love. You have the right to love, to smile, to be happy, to share your love, and to not be afraid to also receive it. This is the healing. 3 simple points. The truth, forgiveness, and self-love. You are born with the right to be happy, with the right to enjoy life. You are perfect just the way you are. That is the truth. When you are wise, you are free to use your own mind and run your own life. A healthy mind is free. When you become wise, you respect your body, you respect your mind, you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart, not by your head. You no longer sabotage yourself, your own happiness, or your own love. You no longer carry all this guilt and blame. You no longer have all these judgments against yourself, and no longer judge anyone else. From that moment on, all the beliefs that make you unhappy, that push you to struggle in life, that make your life difficult, just vanish. We limit our possibilities by our own fears. You are what you believe you are. Humans are powerful magicians. The only thing left is to enjoy your life, to be alive, to heal your emotional body, so that you can create your life in such a way that you openly share all the love inside of you. Life is nothing but a dream, and if you create your own life with love, your dream becomes a masterpiece of art. That is all I have for today. I truly hope this helps you or someone you love. I would love to hear your thoughts on this book. I feel like it was so eye-opening to me. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.